Hey, what's going on? Daniel here. So this is the first of a 3-part video series on how to pick a digital skill, learn it, and build a freelance business from it. The reason why I make this video is because I went from working menial jobs to building up a freelance business online, and that's allowed me to make consistent income since 2021. I've traveled to over 15 countries, lived in over 5 countries as digital nomad, and I've never had to go back to the office to work a regular job again. And I believe everyone needs to have this kind of experience at least once in their life. So if you're struggling to catch a break financially and you're looking to make some extra income on the side and maybe even be financially free at some point, this video is the first step in the right direction. So this series is going to be broken down into 3 parts. So the first video is how to select a niche or an industry or a skill to learn, which is this video that you're watching right now. The second video will be focused on how to learn that skill from scratch, meaning you have no experience whatsoever, what resources, what tools to use, where do you even go find mentors and teachers to teach you this skill. And the third video will focus on how to land your first job and how to land subsequent jobs after that. Where should you go? Where should you be applying to? And what should you be looking at? What platforms should you go to? And how should you set up your profile on these platforms in order to land your first job? So this is the 3-part video series. If you're watching this at a later time, I'm going to link the rest of the videos down in the description so you can easily link to that. I'm going to create a playlist as well so you can easily find this video. So let's dive right into it. So in order to determine what skill or what industry or what niche to go into, I have a little process that I want you to go through. And I've also made this into a worksheet, which I'll link down below. It's going to be the second link in the description that you can follow in order to determine what skill you already have, what interests you have, and how can you really find something that you probably was not looking at before. So there are 5 questions that you need to ask yourself. These 5 questions will help you uncover what interests you have, what strengths do you have, how do you prefer to work, and so on and so forth. So the first question you want to ask yourself is, what kind of content do you enjoy consuming online? This could include articles, videos, podcasts, social media posts. For example, if you enjoy watching video tutorials or you enjoy reading an informative article, then you might be inclined towards copywriting or content creation or instructional design. Because if you enjoy reading articles, if you enjoy being on platforms like X, for example, or Twitter, if you enjoy being on Medium and just reading articles, maybe that's your way of consuming content. And that might be saying a lot about what medium you like to communicate your thoughts and your ideas as well. So you might want to consider a skill like copywriting. Now, copywriting is a huge industry in this modern day and age. Every business wants to be intentional about how they sell and how they communicate their value to the marketplace. So that's why the best copywriters are compensated very well in this industry. So there's different types of copywriting you can do: email copywriting, web copywriting, product description writing, and so on and so forth. So you need to ask yourself, what kind of content do you enjoy consuming? And that may point you in the right direction of how you like to communicate your thoughts and ideas. Now, the second question you want to ask yourself is, what topics and what industries are you passionate about? Now, you want to consider subjects you find yourself drawn to on a day-to-day basis. For me, if you look at my Google News feed, you find subjects like astronomy, space travel. Of course, there's some sports. You find table tennis. You want to go back into what you consume on a day-to-day basis. What do you enjoy consuming content about? If you're passionate about technology, then maybe you want to consider learning programming or web development. If you're interested in helping businesses grow, maybe you want to consider digital marketing. So look at the things that you consume on a day-to-day basis, TV shows, documentaries, articles that you read, and that might point you in what direction that you could go. Now, the third question you want to ask yourself is, what strengths and skill do you currently have? Now, you want to reflect on your existing abilities and your strengths. Are you detail-oriented? Are you creative? Are you analytical? Are you good with numbers? Identifying these strengths will help you choose a digital skill that aligns with your natural strengths. If you're good with numbers, maybe data analysis is a skill that you want to go into, or maybe digital marketing, because it has a lot to do with understanding numbers. Like if you're running Facebook ads and TikTok ads, for example, you need to be conversant with numbers and the message that these numbers are telling you. If you are creative, maybe you want to consider graphics design or brand design or UI UX design. If you love to write and love to communicate your thoughts and your ideas via writing, then maybe copywriting is the field that you want to choose. Now, the next question you want to ask is, how do you prefer to work and communicate? Now, you want to think about whether you enjoy working independently or collaborating with others, and also consider whether you prefer written communication, verbal communication, or visual communication. Your preferences can really guide you towards your skills like freelance writing, social media management, and so on and so forth. And even that's going to help you determine whether or not you want to freelance. If you're someone who likes to collaborate, maybe you want to work within a large organization, maybe freelancing is not for you. If you are someone who loves to work independently, like myself, then that's telling you that freelancing is definitely the way to go. Now, the fifth and final question is, what are your career goals and aspirations? Now, what this question does, it helps you consider where you see yourself in the future and what skills will be valuable for achieving your career objectives. If you want to start your own business, skills like digital marketing and graphics design and copywriting will come in very handy. If you want to work within a large organization and you want to help businesses grow, then maybe you want to learn something like programming and data analytics, because all of these things, they come in very handy within a large organization with a larger impact. So your career goals and aspirations is really important to know, because it helps you understand whether or not going the freelance route is for you, or maybe you want to work within a large organization as well. So if you really ask yourself these 5 questions and you go through this prompt very honestly and very candidly, I think it's going to really help you determine what skill to learn, what industry to be in, and what type of long-term career aspirations that might be suitable to you. So let me know if this video has been helpful. And the next video, I'm going to pick a skill and I'm going to show you exactly what tools and resources to use to learn the skill, where to find these resources, where to find people to learn from, and what kind of little steps that you can take every day in order to get you to that point where you're feeling confident enough to go out and start applying to jobs and start landing projects. So if that's something interesting, make sure you stick around, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to come back to watch this playlist. Again, I'm going to leave this prompt in the description down below, and I have an entire ebook and a whole video training dedicated to this that you can go watch. If you want to get a head start, go check out the ebook down below in the description. It's going to be the first or the second link, and go check it out. Again, my name is Daniel, and I will see you in the next one.